Students, welcome once again to Indo-European YouTube channel. And like you know, for last few days, I had been making different videos about the application process with different universities of different countries in Europe. Today, we are going to do a very special video. Why I'm saying special is that because this university has 6 intakes in a year. Absolutely right, 6 intakes, and I would say that's the only university I personally know in European Union which has 6 intakes and with all the programs. So let's welcome Miss Yeti from the Wittenberg University of Applied Science, Netherlands. Yeti, welcome to the channel and thank you so much for joining us for this conversation.
You're welcome. Hello all.
So basically, the whole purpose of doing this video with different countries, we have covered Lithuania, we have covered Latvia, Finland, and now we are coming to the whole purpose of making the video is to make people understand the process, because a lot of students have a lot of confusions that should I apply now or should I wait for my lockdown to get over. But in all my videos, I had been talking about the application process cycle, the application for admission, application for visa. They're two different things out, and it's very important that students get the insight of the process from the university perspective, because see, as a private agency, my words can always be doubted, but then of course coming from your university, it will have a bit to the word. So let's start with this way. Let's say you have 6 intakes. So does this 6 intake actually is for all programs in reality, which I see on the website, or it's only for some programs?
No, the 6 intakes is for all bachelor program, all MBA and all MBM program. Only for the MSc program, we have 1 intake date per year, but the rest is all 6 intakes, which means application is always open.
So I can say that every 2 months you have an intake.
Yes, correct.
Wow, students, this is something very, very important, because all the students who were planning to go to Europe and they have documents. Some students have less documents, some have complete documents. You can always start twice in a year. So this, as I said, special university. The word special means that you can always come back whenever you can start, whenever you are prepared, you are ready with your documentation work. So Yeti, let's say if I'm a student today from India and I would like to make an application. So once I make the application, first of all, do you have any application fee?
No, we don't have any application fee.
Great. So once
students can just send the documents. Sorry.
That's a good option for this knowledge for the students. Let's say if I have made the application today, how much time does it take for the Wittenberg University International Office to assess my application?
So first, what we will do is to check all your documents. If there is any missing documents, we will ask you to provide the documents. Once it is complete, it takes about 5 working days to 10 working days to evaluate your documents. And afterward, we will schedule you for the intake interview. Can be by Skype or by phone. And after the interview, it takes another week to send you the final decision and also to send you the offer letter.
Great. So normally students send you the document, which is a complete package, or normally it's always incomplete package?
Most of the time it's normally complete package, but just in case you have not finished your high school or you have not done your IELTS test, you can send the other documents first, so that we can already make a conditional acceptance letter based on your current documents.
So basically, once we are talking about, let's say 10 days time. So in 10 days time, you can schedule an interview with me, because I think Wittenberg University always conduct an interview with the student.
Yes, correct.
Right. So let's say I can say within the 10 days, I will have an access, I will have an application review, plus I will have my interview date scheduled with the international office. Am I correct?
Yes, correct.
So probably the next 10 days, I would be any day if I do my interviews, we have already reached 20 days, approximately 3 weeks time. Now, once I have done my interview with you, how much time does it take for university to give me a clear answer on my admission, whether I'm pass or fail? How much time will it take more after my interview?
So after the interview, it normally takes about 7 working days, within 7 working days.
Okay, so we're talking about, again, this 27 days. We are talking about somewhere like, we're somewhere like 4 weeks. We are already there. So in the 4 weeks, I will complete my admission process. Now, let's say on the 4th weekend, I get my admission letter.
Mhm.
From your past experience, how many days you think students normally take to send the tuition fee? I'm talking about students coming from the Asian countries, India,
Mhm.
Nepal, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh. There's a trend set, which students have, that they
Yeah.
pay tuition fee in certain amount of time. How much is the average time you will say that student will take to pay the tuition fee from the date of sending the admission letter?
And normally, based on experience, is about within 2 to 3 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks. So we're talking about now 4 and 3, 7 weeks time. We at the
Yeah.
seventh week, student has made the tuition fee payment, and now
Mhm.
we will be basically starting up with the our next procedure, which will be
Mhm.
his visa application. And the
Yes.
student here, I would like to tell you something about the visa application. In Netherlands, when you get the admission letter, you pay the tuition fee. After you have paid the tuition fee, you have to apply for your MMV, which is kind of resident permit. Now, to apply for resident permit, you have to send your entire application bundle together with
Mhm.
certain documents, which we will also be telling you when you come for counseling session. Those documents go as a bundle to the university, and once the university have that bundle, university basically apply on your behalf to the IND, which is the immigration department name, and then from
Mhm.
there they get the e-approval letter within the say 30 days. Can I say, Andy, 30 days is the time period where you get the approvals?
Yes, normally within 30 days.
Within 30 days. Students, now 27th week was the time when we have made the our tuition fee payments basically. Now we are talking about basically coming from there a month more. So we are now nearly 7 weeks from there, and then we have
Mhm.
4 from here. We're talking about somewhere like 12 weeks again. We are talking about 3 months process. So once the student get the approval of MMV, you send this MMV piece of paper to a student or his agency back in his home country. Am I right?
Yes, correct.
Right. And from that point, student, you actually take your MMV decision and you go to the nearest Netherlands embassy and you schedule an appointment, and it takes approximately 2 to 3 working days for you to stamp the visa. We are talking about another 1 more week from that point onwards. So let's say we are talking about the 13th week. So I would say, do you think if I say the entire
Mhm.
process will be approximately 3 to 3.5 month process, will you agree with me that as well?
Yes, yes.
So basically, students who are planning to come to you, they should keep
Mhm.
these 3.5 month in hand, and then they should opt for the intake, the next coming intake.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
So, what kind of things you would recommend students from India who are LD in the lockdown
Mhm.
process? When should they start the process? Because a lot of students are thinking that when the lockdown get over, because the confusion with the student is that they think the embassy is closed, so we can't start the
Mhm.
process. Whereas what I want to understand from you is that what do you think, what is the best time to start the process? Should they start the process after the lockdown, or should they
Mhm.
start the process when your embassy is open, or should they start the process now? And if now, then why now, when they have time?
Okay, I would really advise you to start now because you never know, sometimes we need more documents from you so that you have spare time. Also, as you know, at the moment is all the embassy is closed. So when it's open, I can imagine that they have a lot of backlog as well. Just to avoid this, because nowadays the immigration, even though the office are closed, some of the stuff is still working. So we can still put in your visa application as well. So as soon as your embassy is open, you can pick it up. So if you can start earlier, it's much better. You have more spare time just in case any more documents required during the process or any problems. So then you have spare time to really start on your preferred intake dates.
Nancy, yes, a very important piece of information you have shared with us right now. Student, you have
Mm-hmm.
just heard that Netherlands Immigration Office is open. They are accepting the application. So technically, in case, let's say, I'm a student in the month of April, I applied
Mm-hmm.
with you within a week's time. Let's say I finish all my paperwork in May, you will
Mm-hmm.
be able to apply for my MVV in
Mm-hmm.
Amsterdam. Is that true?
Yes, correct. Also,
Great.
one more important point that I want to tell the students. So if you start, all your paperwork is ready, you get an offer letter, you have done your payment, and also you have provided all the documents for your visa application. So, I know that the embassy is closed at the moment in India, but if you want, you can start block 7 online. And then after summer, you come to the Netherlands. So just if you don't want to have any gap, like you have nothing to do at home, you can already start block 7, and then when situation gets better, you fly to the Netherlands.
Great, super. So I think, student, this is very important piece of information, that if you are applying for Netherlands, you have an opportunity to apply admission now. You have an opportunity to basically apply your resident permit now, and it will be all done. And I believe that eventually in 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months, let's say, on the period, the embassy will open and you will be top in the queue. Because you are absolutely right, NT. Because I think a lot of students will face a queue. And to avoid the queue, the ones who apply now will be the ones who will be always ahead in the queue.
Yes.
Great,
Correct.
super. So, I was just going through all the programs. This 1-year top-up degree program, which you have, it's a very marvelous program, I would say, because all the students from India who have a 3 years of bachelor degree, you have 6 different modules. They can come with a 6.0 IELTS, and they can come for study for 1 year. And after the 1 year, they can basically study. They can also have a job seeker visa. So it's basically after bachelor as well. So does Netherlands allow even the bachelor students to have a job seeker visa of 1 year and the masters both, or is it just the masters?
No, it is possible. So if you have a 3 years bachelor from India, you can apply for the top up. That's a 1-year program. After your bachelor, you have a 1-year searcher visa. And then if after this visa, you do master degree, after your master degree, you get another 1-year visa.
Great. So this particular program, how is it based? Is it more classroom coaching? Is it the practical? Or because I can see that a lot of Indian students who have got their, because coming to Netherlands for 1 year is also very cost effective. They can have their bachelor degree from you. So when they finish with you, what do they get? Do they get a top-up degree, or do they get a bachelor of the subject they applied for?
Yes, so in the certificate itself, it is mentioned bachelor with specific specialization. So for example, if you choose marketing and communication, you will have bachelor in marketing and communication in your certificate.
Great. So students, in case this is, so basically, NT, one more thing, you technically give them a cross credit of their 3 years of bachelor's in India.
Yes.
And
Correct.
they jump into the 4th year.
Yes.
And students are allowed to work part-time in this program as well? Can they work?
Okay, so international students, basically, they can work for maximum 16 hours per week or full-time during summer holiday. But if you come for top-up, I would advise you to just focus on your study because it's only for 1 year. And then when you have your searcher visa, then you can work full-time.
Great. Tinti, thank you so much. Thanks a lot for joining us. This was a very important piece of information. I believe.
Sorry, one more point. Because I know at the moment a lot of IELTS and TOEFL center is closed. Yeah. So we are also at the moment accepting TOEFL home test. So you can do the TOEFL test at home.
Okay, so you will be accepting that as well. Great.
Yes.
But then let's say if some student would like to who has an education in English language, they have passed their previous education in India and they have a letter from their school or their university saying that they have education in English. Do they still have to do an IELTS as well, or can we?
Yes. Yes. Unfortunately, they still need to take the test.
Great. So students, that was University of Wittenberg from the Netherlands, and we were discussing about the application process. And I believe after speaking to Ms. Yanti, we all know that the application are not stopped. In fact, she just enlightened us that even the immigration office is open and they are ready to take your application for the permit. So apply very quickly. And once again, I would like to make a point. I said this is a very special university because they have 6 intakes. So technically, every 2 months you have an intake, and in case your intake is even missed for the coming, let's say August, even after 2 months, you can again start the next intake. So thank you so much, Yanti. Thanks a lot for joining us, and thanks. Keep you updated. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.